Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be hosting a Filipino tea party for my dear friend and previous co-worker, Ate Nanette. Shout out to Janelle Eats. I came across this concept through her Instagram account and I realized, you know what? I want to do it too. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the star of the show, Filipino tea. First off, I'm making ginger tea, or as we call it in the Philippines, Salabat. The spicy heat of the ginger soothes sore throats and relieves coughs and colds. So a lot of singers, like me, drink this before a performance. What's that I hear? You want a sample? Well, maybe next time. After washing it with water, I'm peeling 5 ounces of ginger using the back of the spoon because it's a lot easier than using the peeler. I also don't bother peeling all of the skin out since I'll only be boiling it with my electric kettle to extract its flavor rather than eating it. I'm cutting it to smaller pieces and then I'm using my mortar and pestle to bruise the ginger to help its flavor seep through the water. I'll then transfer it to the tea infuser onto my kettle with 8 cups of water. If you don't have one of these, you can use a pot and boil the ginger. It's the same thing, okay? It's just a lot easier this way. After it boils, you just let it steep for 15 minutes and now you have Salabat. Then you transfer it to your favorite teacups, add honey to taste. I'm using 100% pure organic, raw and unfiltered honey, but use what you have available. Give it a swirl and that's it. Next, my favorite, hot calamansi tea or juice if you prefer to call it that way. I know what you're thinking, why am I using Calamansi Concentrate? Well, in Houston, you don't always have access to the actual fruit. The concentrate is also more reminiscent of the flavor of the hot calamansi juices I order at the Filipino restaurants in the Philippines. So, I'm sticking with this. Mix 2 to 3 tablespoons per cup and add water and voila, hot calamansi juice. It's also really good ice, best during summer for sure. You know what, I'll teach you something better. Put the cold tea in a champagne flute. When your guests arrive, open a bottle of champagne and fill the glass, and now you have Calmansi Mimosa. You're welcome. Next up, the afternoon tea food, and we're doing it Merienda style. I got these banana leaves at the frozen section of the Asian store, and I'm heating it straight at the stove. It'll bring back the bright green color and produce a subtle sweet and grassy aroma. I'll cut it into smaller pieces and arrange them in my afternoon tea stand until I cover most of, if not all of the surface area. At the bottom tier of a traditional afternoon tea, you'll usually find sandwiches. In my version though, we're doing pork asado SIopao. It's savory braised pork inside a soft, fluffy bun. For the middle tier, which is usually scones, or as English people call it, scones, it's typically served with clotted cream and preserves. I opted for cheesy Filipino bread. Open the bread and lather some cheesy spread with pimiento, then you'll have a salty, savory bread of goodness. As an alternate option, you can also use Ube Cheese Bread served with additional Ube Halaya. You guys, it's so good. I couldn't decide which one to put in the middle tier, so you know what? We're doing both. For the final tier, which is usually a selection of desserts and cakes, I thought, what better to serve than kakanin, right? So I gathered all of my favorite kakanin and assembled them in a platter. I put Puto Kutsinta, topped with grated coconut, Puto Flan, and Sapin-sapin topped with latte. Finally, I'm placing Puto Bumbong and brown sugar and butter on the side for the Christmas feels. I know, it's January. But hey, next thing you know, it's December! All that's left to do is pour champagne in my Calamansi juice, enjoy my mimosa while I wait for the birthday celebrant to arrive. So there you have it. What do you guys think about my take on a Filipino tea party? Is there anything in the food that you would change? Is there anything else that you think would go well with this type of food? I really immediately thought about Salabat when I was creating this video. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
I'm turning 50 today.